Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, Transvaal, South Africa. During his childhood, Musk was an avid reader. At the age of 10, he developed an interest in computing while using the Commodore VIC-20. He learned computer programming using a manual and, by the age of 12, sold the code of a BASIC-based video game he created called Blastar to PC and Office Technology magazine for approximately $500. The founder of SpaceX and CEO of Tesla has had an impressive life. As an avid Twitter user and the guest of many TV shows, you would think there is not much people don't know about Elon Musk. Musk began building rockets as a kid. In a Rolling Stone interview, Musk claimed he was off building rockets from just a kid. "I'm shocked that I have all my fingers," said the intrepid entrepreneur. He also read the entire encyclopedia. At age 9 again, Musk read the entire encyclopedia. In fact, he has often claimed that books have raised him. At age 16, he tried to build an arcade. He teamed up with his brother for this project and got pretty far, even signing a lease. In the end, however, he was told by the city that he was too young to open a video arcade. He dropped out of Stanford after just 2 days. Musk attended Stanford to study physics, but dropped out after just 2 days. He already had 2 degrees from the University of Pennsylvania, and he was founding his first firm, ZIP2 Corporation, a web software company, with money raised from a small group of angel investors. Compaq acquired ZIP2 for US $307 million in cash in February 1999. And Musk then founded an online financial services company, XCOM, which later became PayPal, which specialized in transferring money online. The online auction eBay bought PayPal in 2002 for $1.5 billion, of which Musk received US $165 million. In July 2017, Musk purchased the domain XCOM from PayPal for an undisclosed amount, stating that it has sentimental value to him. With US $100 million of his early fortune, Musk founded Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, traded as SpaceX, in May 2002. Musk is Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and Chief Technology Officer, CTO, of the Hawthorne, California-based company.
When I was young, I didn't really know what I was going to do when I got older. People kept asking me, but then eventually I thought that the idea of inventing things would be really cool. And the reason I thought that was because I read a quote from Arthur C. Clarke, which said that a sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, and that's really true. If you go back, say 300 years, the things that we take for granted today you'd be burned at the stake for. Being able to fly, being able to see over long distances, being able to communicate, and having access to all the world's information instantly from almost anywhere on the earth. This is stuff that really would be magic, or would be considered magic in times past. In fact, I think it actually goes beyond that, because there are many things that we take for granted today that weren't even imagined in times past. They weren't even in the realm of magic. So it actually goes beyond that. So I thought, well, if I can do some of those things, basically if I can advance technology, then that's like magic, and that would be really cool. And I also had sort of a slight existential crisis, because I was trying to figure out what does it all mean? Like, what's the purpose of things? And I came to the conclusion that if we can advance the knowledge of the world, if we can do things that expand the scope and scale of consciousness, then we're better able to ask the right questions and become more enlightened, and that's really the only way forward.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that, because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
Certainly hoping they would.